just a bit of a blog right now. Movie Man Dan is at Cineplex Theatre in downtown Ottawa, Lansdowne, where the football games and the OHL hockey games are played. I am a VIP right now. That's pretty cool stuff. I mean, like, check out how beautiful this place looks, right? It's pretty awesome. I'm about to see Killers of the Flower Moon. I haven't seen a whole lot of Martin Scorsese films in theaters, but he's still one of my two favorite directors, the other being Steven Spielberg. So let's enjoy the show. So after seeing Killers of the Flower Moon, I gotta be honest, and it really pains me to say this, it was a mixed bag for me. And the reason it pains me to say that it was a mixed bag is because Martin Scorsese is one of my two favorite directors, like, in the world today. Him and Steven Spielberg. They're the last of the larger-than-life directors that still make quality, like, really good quality films. No disrespect to Francis Ford Coppola or Brian De Palma, but, you know, when was the last time those guys did anything that was really quality? Yep, Scorsese and Spielberg are in the same classes as Hitchcock and Altman and Hawks and Wells and Ford and Wilder. Same class as all of them. And that's why I was so looking forward to Killers of the Flower Moon. I mean, it's Martin Scorsese's first film in 4 years since he did The Magnificent Irishman. And it was his first film with Leonardo DiCaprio in 10 years since The Wolf of Wall Street. And I had heard a lot of people bickering about its length. It's 3.5 hours long, but, you know, if a movie is truly as long, then, yeah, sometimes length can hurt a film, but sometimes a really long film can help. Take a look at Dances with Wolves. 3 hours long, but its 4-hour uncut length is way better. Another good example would be Amadeus, or the 5-hour cut of Fanny and Alexander. Easily better. Well, in the case of Killers of the Flower Moon, the fact that it is 3.5 hours, I actually thought that the runtime helped the film. One of the reasons why some of the long films that I mentioned just a few seconds ago, one of the reasons why those films helped in terms of its length is because they were longer. The length helped with the absorption of everything. The length helped immerse the viewer a little bit better, as opposed to if it was shorter. If it was shorter, maybe it wouldn't have done as good of a job sucking the viewer in. So, yeah, in the case of Killers of the Flower Moon, I was all for its 3.5 hour length. Now, this is a case of Martin Scorsese, like the movie itself, like the look of the film and everything, and its themes, and it's ultimately a Western film. It ultimately tries to be in the same caliber as, say, a Howard Hawks or John Ford sort of film. There's nothing wrong with that, but I don't know. I think that if the movie came out in the 1950s, let's say, and it starred, just imagine this again. John Ford is the director. It stars Jimmy Stewart, or maybe Frederick March, maybe Dana Andrews as the De Niro character. But for argument's sake, let's say Jimmy Stewart as the De Niro character, Montgomery Clift as Leonardo DiCaprio character, and Teresa Wright as Lily Gladstone. Wouldn't that be cool? Wouldn't that be cool to see? It probably would have been better than the film that we got right now with Martin Scorsese. Okay. It has a pretty good premise to it, right? So, deals with DiCaprio who falls in love with Lily Gladstone, but there's all this capitalism, all this consumerism, all this greed that's happening across the United States, and they're on this native land, and there's lots of oil there. So there's all this betrayal and murders that happen in a bid to destroy get all the wealth for themselves, get all the oil for themselves. So yeah, it has a pretty good premise to it. But here's what I didn't like about the film. Okay, I thought that with the majority of Martin Scorsese's films, I haven't liked everything that I've seen every movie that he's done. I haven't liked everything, and that's fine. There can be hits and misses. I thought that in this one, it did not feel special. It felt very average. This was an average effort by a major director. When Scorsese did a film like Goodfellas and Gangs of New York, even when he did Alice Doesn't Live Here Anymore in the 70s, all those films felt so special. You could feel that there was a grandmaster at work. You felt that there was a grandmaster honing together the best film that he possibly could. But in the case of Killers of the Flower Moon, it felt like a chore. It did not at all feel like you had a grandmaster crafting the best thing that he possibly could. Even some of the films that Scorsese did in the past that I haven't liked, it still felt like he made a solid effort to make something great. Now, it may not have succeeded in all cases, but at least it felt that he was trying to make something very top of the line. Like when he did Hugo, wasn't a fan of Hugo, but whatever. You could tell that he was trying for something. She was striving for something great. But in Killers of the Flower Moon, sure, Lily Gladstone and DiCaprio and De Niro, they're all fine in it. But it just felt like when I was watching it, it was just one of those, yeah, okay, whatever. Now I get that this film is kind of sad. It deals with all this murder of Native Americans and everything. But of course, up in Canada, dealing with all the unmarked graves and everything. I don't know, hearing about all the unmarked graves in Canada, which is so similar to what happens in the film, hearing all that stuff on the news and everything, it was more sad hearing about it than it was actually watching this film. So yeah, like, I don't know, it really pained me to see such a class make such a normal film. It was normal. It was average. It was generic. I'm sorry for making this a longer video. I just had to get a lot of stuff off my chest because it's Martin Scorsese. This is by no means a bad film. It's just average. I'm going to have to give Killers of the Flower Moon from 2023 2.5 stars out of 4. Everyone, thanks for watching. Be sure to subscribe and like this video. And I'll definitely be posting more things in the next couple of days. Have a good day, folks.